Level 1. Hired. You got the call on a Tuesday. You were in the parking lot of a place you hated when your phone rang. You said yes before they finished the sentence. You drove home with the windows down even though it was cold. You told your mom before you told anyone else. The first day, you wear the new shirt. You show up 7 minutes early. You smile at people whose names you don't know yet. You laugh at jokes you don't understand yet. You perform capable before you feel it. The job is not what you imagined. It is smaller, the desk is smaller, the ceiling is lower, the people are quieter than the interview suggested, but you are employed. And employed feels like land after water. Solid. Real. Yours. You do not think about the next level yet. You're just grateful the floor exists. The first rule. Being hired doesn't mean you arrived. It means the audition started. Level 2. Invisible, 3 months in. You know the coffee machine, you know who microwaves fish, you know which meetings end early and which ones never should have happened. But nobody knows you. Not really, you exist in the building. You do not exist in the conversation. Your name gets mispronounced in the all hands. Your email goes unanswered for 4 days. You complete the project, someone else presents it. They don't mention your name. You watch it happen from the third row and feel something you can't explain to anyone who hasn't sat in that chair. You work harder. You think visibility is a volume problem. You turn in more. You stay later. You send the follow-up nobody asked for. The room still doesn't turn. The second rule. At this level, effort is invisible, only outcomes get seen, and outcomes belong to whoever presents them. Level 3. Noticed, something shifts, not dramatically. A manager says your name correctly in a meeting. A senior colleague forwards your work with a note attached. 2 words, good catch. 2 words. You read them 4 times. You didn't get promoted. You didn't get a raise. You got 2 words from someone who could have said nothing. And those 2 words change how you walk to your desk the next morning. This is the level where you learn what recognition actually costs the people above you. Nothing. It costs them nothing. And it changes everything for the person receiving it. You start to understand the economy of acknowledgement, how little it takes to keep someone, how rarely anyone spends it. The third rule, being noticed is not the same as being valued, but it is the first time the system sees you as a person instead of a function. Level 4, useful. They call you now, not to ask, to tell. As in, we need you on this, as in, you're the one who knows how this works, as in, the meeting doesn't start until you're in the room. You became load-bearing without anyone announcing it. The project depends on you. The client asks for you by name. Your manager mentions you upstairs. You don't know this yet. You find out 6 months later by accident. You're useful. And useful feels good until you realize useful has a ceiling. Useful means they need what you do. It doesn't mean they'd notice who you are if you left. The work would miss you. The people would replace you. The fourth rule. Useful is not the same as irreplaceable. One protects your job, the other protects your leverage. Level 5. Burned. Nobody warns you about this level. It arrives quietly. A Sunday night feeling that doesn't leave by Monday morning. A tiredness that sleep doesn't fix. You sit at your desk and do the work. The work is fine. You're not fine. You stopped caring about the 2 words. You stopped staying late. Not out of laziness, out of math. You calculated what you give and what returns, and the equation stopped balancing somewhere around month 14. You smile in the meetings. You hit the deadlines. From the outside, nothing changed. From the inside, you are running on a different fuel. The kind that burns clean and quiet, and then stops without warning. You don't quit, not yet. You just go through the motions with the lights slightly dimmed. The 5th rule. Burnout doesn't look like collapse. It looks like compliance. And compliance is the most expensive thing a company never pays for. Level 6. Leverage. You got an offer. You weren't looking. Someone found you, LinkedIn, a referral, a conversation at an event. They want you. They said a number first. The number was higher than what you make now. You walk into your manager's office. You don't beg. You don't threaten. You just show him the number. Something changes in the room. The conversation that was never available is suddenly available. The promotion they said wasn't budgeted is suddenly being reviewed. The raise that required 6 months of paperwork is suddenly being expedited. You didn't change. The outside offer changed what you were worth inside. The 6th rule. Leverage is not disloyalty. Leverage is the only language the system was always fluent in. You just finally learned to